been amazing. Here we are in the middle of the desert in Washington State. We rarely get rain. And this spring we were blessed with 3 full days of rain.
Yeah.
It's unheard of.
It's been awesome for the plants. They love getting drenched, and then the warm, sunny days come and
Things just explode.
Yeah, they respond.
And as it would happen, we had just finished planting the pasture with seed.
Mm-hmm.
So all the weird corners got watered. All the flowers that are maybe out of the direct line of fire of the sprinklers got watered. It was so fun to see that kind of saturation. We never get that.
Yeah, I don't mind the rainy days, the overcast days. We get a lot of sunshine.
Yeah.
And so I welcome
I
the
do
rain.
too, especially when it's warm outside. You know what it makes me want to do?
No.
We'll drink a latte, of course.
Oh. Yeah, a lot of things make you want to do that.
It's true.
We each kind of have our morning routines that we've kind of fallen into.
Yes.
Every morning.
It's very important to make sure we get everything done.
Yeah.
So you head out, you feed, you water, see how everyone did overnight, check for any new babies, collect the eggs.
That's right.
And I am inside, usually washing dishes.
It all has to get done.
It does.
Yeah.
Part of my morning routine, no matter the day, is putting on makeup, getting dressed, doing my hair, and finishing off with an apron. I get asked often how I can be a farmer and wear makeup or wear dresses, which I think is kind of a funny question. Do you?
Yeah, that would be a really funny question for me to get.
Yeah. I think the assumption is that, if you're out there working or having animals or milking a cow or gardening,
you can't be glamorous.
You can't be glamorous.
Yeah, you've put that to bed.
Get out of here, assumption.
Yeah. Because you're definitely glamorous.
Well, I don't know if I'd use the word glamorous per se.
I would. I did. I used it already.
My hope would be to be put together.
Why?
Well, because I think it affects the attitude of your house. It affects my attitude when I'm serving the kids or weeding the garden. When I feel good,
mm-hmm.
That translates into the aroma of our home.
So what makes you feel good?
Showering. Putting on, minimal makeup. Wearing dresses or skirts.
Why dresses as opposed to like jeans or?
Well, I don't mind wearing jeans if they're nice fitted jeans, but I don't like feeling sloppy. I like my clothes to be kind of tailored. So a nice tailored jean, but in the summertime, that's really hard because you get really hot. Mm-hmm. But I just despise wearing shorts. The upper woman thigh is just not something that I feel like flopping around. I think it's much more flattering, at least for my body, to wear a skirt.
So you just feel better.
I feel much better.
And dresses.
Exactly. They accentuate a womanly shape.
Mm-hmm.
They sit up at the waist. I wear skirts usually that go to just above my knees. It's a very flattering style for most women.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I feel good. And I can move really easy in the garden. I don't get too hot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes me feel good. Doing my hair. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Just like a little, little something. It's like, you could just have the dining room table, or you could put a nice tablecloth on it and put some flowers and adornments and candles.
Mm-hmm.
And that affects the mood of the table.
Yeah.
You know, likewise, what I wear when I'm farming or just parenting affects, you know, the mood.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed it really affects the mood of the kids.
Really?
Which is funny. Like when I, you know, dress this way, Georgia wants to dress this way.
Mm-hmm.
And often the boys will come up and say, "You look so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You look so pretty."
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just a skirt that I'm,
Mm-hmm.
you know, gardening in and my knees are all muddy. And it's interesting how people react to that. There's something about that they're drawn towards.
Yeah. Well, we're visual creatures.
Yes.
And sensual creatures, so we like to respond to the things we see and feel.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I think women have we have a gift. We have this interesting shape that a man doesn't have. And I think it serves us to enjoy that.
Yeah. I'm working on that. trying to work on my girlish figure.
Are you?
Yeah, my girlish figure.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to get some tailored jeans though. No?
Yeah. Nice jeans.
I have a hard time wearing nice clothes farming because I really get them dirty.
But like nice clothes could just be good quality clothes.
Yeah.
Like remember when we bought those sort of off-brand coveralls?
Uh-huh.
And they lasted like half a season.
Yeah.
Before they tore out at the seams.
Yeah.
So even if you're wearing farm clothes, it is nice to invest in maybe a higher quality of pant or even like work shirt, socks,
mm-hmm.
you know? Otherwise, you just end up buying it twice.
Right, yeah, that's what's hard is...
Pay now, pay later.
Exactly, yeah, when you go to pick up something like that, the price differences usually can sometimes be like, wow, that's way more expensive. It's hard to pull the trigger at that moment, but you do end up
buying it twice.
Right, buying
like,
it again.
My Carhartt coveralls, I've had those since I was 19.
Yeah. That
was 13, 14 years ago.
It's probably time for a new...
Well, I lit them on fire last year. That was their final.
Yeah.
So I will have to get new ones.
That was their final
But
test.
that wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah. Apparently they're not fire resistant.
Not fire resistant.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Now we know.
Now we know. You know what else I get a lot of questions about?
No.
My eyelashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not real.
No. Nope.
Nope. But I get them done because I think they look pretty, and also because I don't have to mess with mascara.
Yeah.
Which I have messed with for a long time. I have little, short Norwegian eyelashes.
Mm-hmm.
Very small, very blonde.
Mm-hmm.
And this way I just don't have to mess with any eye makeup at all.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I'm just getting out of bed, I just throw on, a casual dress, put on some lipstick, you feel ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Super minimal.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I'll have to start doing that.
Yeah, you kind of got the short end of the stick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to wear makeup. You don't get to put on eyelashes.
Not yet.
So these aren't the kind you put on every day either. These are the kind you get put on once a month.
Yeah, they stay.
They stick on.
Sometimes they stay
Just
on.
wash your face. Go about your day.
You know, a lot of people say that the kitchen is the heart of the home, but that is not the case in our little cottage, is it?
No, it's an important part of the home, but really the heart of the home ends up being the actual physical center
Yes.
of our home, which is our dining room.
It does. It feels like a heart in each room, almost like a vein that comes off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way that this cottage was designed is you have your kitchen, which goes into your dining room, and then off the dining room comes all three of the bedrooms, the bathroom, the little hall closet, and even the entryway into the living room.
Yeah. So our dining room becomes really the hub of all the activity.
Right. To get
of the
anywhere,
house.
you have to go through it. And it amazes me how it creates that kind of just atmosphere in this space. And really what it inspires me to do is fill the table with delicious food, with all kinds of people, and make the room as inspiring and inviting and welcoming a place as we can.
I think you've done a good job of that.
A lot of food has been served at this table in the short amount of years we've had it.
Yeah.
It makes me think how much more so it will be in the next few decades. But I love our time that we get to spend around the table as a family, especially in the morning time when we get to do our fable reading and Bible reading, when we sing, when we just kind of prepare our hearts and our family for the day.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that you hope will carry our kids, into their lives. Something they'll remember and benefit from.
Yeah, I do hope so. Just the amount of activity and creativity and beauty, the science experiments, the coloring pages, the mason jars of worms that continually find their way onto the table. That always surprises me.
Right. Yeah. So it becomes more of a family table rather than just a dinner table. Right.
Very much so. We do a lot at this table. So one thing I find that I often have to do in spaces that we use a lot are just continually go through them and what I call fluff them. And, just moving things around, dusting, shifting, restacking, re-ironing, moving things ever so slightly helps it to keep from feeling stale because these rooms, they take a lot of wear and tear, especially this one.
Yeah. So you're really good at creating the little vignettes in a room that make it more than just a functional space. It gives it good form. It helps the function be served by the form of it. So
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So all these little places.
All my knickknacks are worth it. Is that what you're saying? When you come into this room, especially this room, because it is the heart of our home, I want you to feel something.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to feel clean. I want it to feel special. I want it to feel like maybe you're even transported, to a little cottage in Europe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So good wine, good linens, good lighting, special things.
And it's just small things too, I think can help do that and create that. It's not like you've gone overboard, but you find little special pieces like
right. Usually at thrift stores or the
exactly.
Goodwill.
Right. Yeah. Just small. But I think when you have sort of the intentionality behind it, even the smallest things can be special.
Yeah. So one of the elements I love to include on the dining room table, as you very well know, are fresh flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of our gardens grow vegetables, but a lot of our gardens also just grow beautiful flowers. Or, even if a plant doesn't have flowers, even just foliage like lovage or something like that, that you can stick into a vase and put on the dining room table. So even though a lot of our ground is devoted to pasture, to, for the animals, we grow a lot of flowers.
Well, and it's amazing how much you can actually grow in a small space. So even though the majority of our space is devoted to the animals and to the pasture and that kind of thing, and to the produce,
Yes,
the small space devoted to flowers produces a lot.
it does. And that enables me to go out, every 2 days or so and clip new flowers to put in vases. And that adds just such an incredible energy to a space because it marries the outside world and the inside world. It feels fresh. It feels like somebody cared enough to keep the space new and exciting and beautiful.
And what I find is just for someone that it gets to enjoy it is it actually makes you want to be in those places. It makes you want to be and be satisfied sitting at the table or sitting outside on the bench or weeding even amongst the flowers.
Right.
It really does give you a really satisfying sense of being there.
Yeah, it does. And I think that's that perfect marriage that we talk about often of functionality and beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You can be out weeding or your garden can be growing you cabbages and you can actually really enjoy it. It doesn't have to just be functional. That's what I love about this potager style of gardening is that the chives are, intermingled with the roses and the parsley is growing in amongst the zinnias. And it really is this form marries function way of adding beauty to the outside. And then, you get to take advantage of that and bring those flowers inside as well.
Yeah. Tell me about some of these flowers and why they're special.
I think my most special flower this year is the Apricot Beauty Foxglove that I've planted throughout the potager.
Mm.
It's coming up, and just the shape of it, how it, shoots straight up. It's so counter, like a peony bush,
It's like a spire.
it's like a spire that comes up, almost like the Notre Dame.
Mhm.
How it just jets up
Oh,
through
that's
the
sad.
skyline of Paris. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there, but it is incredible, though, this foxglove. And the irony of this is we're talking about bringing flowers indoors. Practically the second that you cut foxglove, it wilts. Just wilts to oblivion. You have to just enjoy it
Mhm.
in its natural state.
There's something poetic about that.
There's something very poetic about it. There's literally nothing you can do to bring it inside.
And there's a
enjoy
lot
it.
outside that's like that, not just the foxglove.
Right, like the Oriental poppies, the royal wedding poppies. That's
Mhm.
another highlight this year.
Mhm.
And I thought maybe I could defy nature and get one in a bud vase. And it died.
Yeah.
And then I felt really guilty that I'd cut its life short.
Now you know.
Now I know.
Yeah. Those foxglove are beautiful. They really
Aren't
bring,
they insane?
especially because a lot of the colors in our garden right now are kind of pastels and purples and whatnot. But the foxglove brings some contrast a bit with the peach and the
Yeah.
yeah, they're pretty.
I love the subtle tones of it all. I can't wait until we have those beautiful red clusters of grapes hanging from the vines.
Mhm.
That is going to be beautiful.
Oh, never mind. Mom, can you make cookies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
if I would have been picking my nose.
That would have been awesome.
Didn't know you were there.
Here I am.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. What you doing?
Off in the garden.
Okay.
And then had to plant a few hostas from back the Virginia creeper.
Okay.
I'm going to put some tarragon for this lovage before it goes to seed.
That's a good idea. Looks like he already has.
Not quite. Hi, Peter.
We're looking for worms today. I got him some rain boots.
At the end of the day, there's not much better, is there?
No. And
here we are.
Once again
at the table.
Yep. Congregated around the table.
Eating.
Yeah. Little snack. Still lots to do.
Still lots to do.
So.
But I cherish these little breaks. Mm-hmm. And I cherish my time with you.
Yeah.
Love you, boo.
I love you too.